You ever have that feeling, you look at your bank account and just wonder where all the money went? I mean, you get a good paycheck, you're working hard, but somehow you're just running in place. It's a super frustrating and honestly a really common problem. So, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why this happens. It's all based on this fascinating idea, something we call the normal habit trap. Okay, let's just dive right in.
So this is the core idea, and it's a big one because it's so counterintuitive. We're not talking about some huge catastrophic financial mistake here. Nope, we're talking about the little things. You know, the daily coffee run, that streaming service you totally forgot you were paying for, the treat yourself dinner out. These are the habits we see everyone doing, our friends, our family, every single day. And that's exactly why we never, ever think to question them.
And that, right there, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If everybody's doing it, it has to be okay, right? Well, that's the trap. So let's pull back the curtain on these habits that seem so innocent and see what kind of damage they're actually doing.
Yeah, we're talking about saboteurs, but they're the kind that operate right in plain sight. They're not these big, scary villains. They look like your morning coffee. They look like your new phone, or that awesome celebratory dinner you had after getting a raise. These are the silent destroyers of our savings.
All right, first up is a big one. Just daily spending without keeping track. The daily latte, lunch out with coworkers, that one subscription you forgot about. Each one is just a few bucks, so we tell ourselves, it doesn't matter. But check this out. $5 a day? That's over $1,800 a year. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. Without tracking, these tiny little leaks can absolutely sink a huge financial ship over time.
Okay, now here's the one that gets almost everyone. You get a raise, maybe a promotion, which is awesome. And you think, hey, I deserve to treat myself. So you upgrade your car, you move into a bigger apartment, you start eating at fancier restaurants. And then, poof, suddenly that extra income is just gone. It's been completely absorbed into this new, more expensive lifestyle. So yeah, you're earning more, but you're not actually getting any wealthier.
So, when you put it all together, what do you get? You've got the untracked daily spending, this lifestyle that just magically expands to eat up every new dollar you make, and just kind of ignoring where your money's going. You basically create the perfect storm. Even if you have a really good income, these habits will slowly but surely just erode any chance you have of building real, lasting savings.
Here's a good way to think about it. Most of us spend all our energy trying to make that first bar, our income, taller and taller. But here's the secret. Wealth isn't really built there, it's built in the gap, the space between what you earn and what you spend. And these normal habits we've been talking about, they are almost perfectly designed to make sure that gap never ever has a chance to exist.
And that brings us to a huge, huge misconception that keeps so many people stuck. We're pretty much conditioned to believe that the solution to all our money problems is simple: just earn more. But as we're about to see, that is a really dangerous myth.
I mean, come on, we all think it, right? If I could just get that next promotion, or man, if I just made 6 figures, everything would be fine. We treat income like it's the ultimate goal, just assuming that a high salary will automatically lead to financial security. But it's just not true. It doesn't work that way. So here's the mental switch we really need to make. We've been taught that the path to wealth is the one on the left. Just keep pouring more and more money in. But think about it. If your bucket is full of holes, it doesn't matter how much water you pour in, does it? The real path is the one on the right. It's about plugging the leaks first. It's about fixing your habits so that every single drop you add actually helps to fill the bucket.
And honestly, that's the big reveal here. It's not about winning the lottery or landing some massive salary. The real secret, the actual sustainable path to building wealth, lies in something that is so much more accessible to every single one of us: our habits. So the real question is, how do we harness that power?
This quote, it really says it all. It completely reframes the whole challenge. The focus shifts away from all those external things, like your job title or your salary, and it puts the power squarely back in your hands. It's all about how you manage the resources you already have day in and day out.
So, okay, how do you actually do it? Well, it starts with these 3 simple steps. First, you've just got to identify those normal habits in your own life. What is it for you? Is it the daily coffee? The mindless online shopping? Second, you have to acknowledge their real impact. Like, actually do the math and see what that one habit is costing you over a whole year. And then finally, you just bring your focus down to the small, daily choices that you can actually control.
And this is where it gets really powerful. Because what this means is that your financial future isn't decided by some big dramatic event down the road. No, it's being forged right now in the quiet, seemingly insignificant moments of your everyday life.
And this really just drives the whole point home. That $5 you chose not to spend on coffee today? Yeah, it's just $5. But repeat that every weekday, and suddenly that becomes a choice worth over $1,000 a year. That's a choice to invest it, to save it, or to pay down debt. That small, repeated decision, that is what decides your financial future.
So really, it all comes down to this. The power isn't in some far-off promotion or some future lottery ticket. It's right here, right now, in your very next choice. So I'll leave you with this. What small decision, what seemingly normal habit are you going to look at just a little bit differently starting today?